Ladies and gentlemen, honorable members of parliament, it's a great honor and pleasure to speak to you this morning. I'm speaking from the AWEPA head offices in Amsterdam. I would have loved to join you in Maputo, and I wish you a very successful meeting today. The conference that you are organizing is very crucial, and I'm saying that as co-chair of the Aid Effectiveness Working Party of OECD DAC. That's a working group that consists of many developing countries in Africa, in Europe, in Latin America and in Asia, donors and recipients, but also parliamentary organizations. And that's why I think it is very important that you discuss this issue. We will have our main meeting in Busan at the end of November. And I want to ensure with you that in Busan we take decisions that make aid more effective, more transparent, and also more democratic. As you know, around the world there is a big discussion on aid. Does aid really work? Is it effective enough? Is it really reaching the people on the ground in your constituencies? Are we really good enough when we improve our health systems? And do we deliver the goods in the smallest provinces far away from the capital? Aid effectiveness is the key. We have to deliver aid and development better than we've done so far. And we've made a lot of success. We shouldn't hide that. Lots of people have worked on aid and they should be proud of it. But in view of the Millennium Development Goals, and we have only 4 years to reach them, we have to ensure that we do it better. That aid and development effectiveness are at the forefront of our attention. And here you come in. You as Member of Parliament from Africa and from Europe. And I appreciate that AWEPA, together with the Parliamentary Network on the World Bank and IPU, is organizing this. Because parliaments have not played a sufficient role in this debate. And I'm very happy that you do. If we want to make aid effective and transparent, first and foremost, parliaments have to be part of the game. They have to be able to control the budgets of their governments. In donor countries, they have to control and ensure that there is enough money and that it goes to the right countries and the right programs. And in many African nations, you want to ensure with your government that actually the aid is being dealt with in an effective way. You can check in your constituencies, you can start a parliamentary debate in your parliament, you can ensure that you are represented, as you are, in the working group on aid effectiveness. And as one of the co-chairs, my other colleague is from Egypt, we want to ensure that the parliaments play a major role in Busan. And let me give you some suggestions you might want to discuss. First and foremost, I would call on you to start in your own parliament a debate on the outcome of Busan, so that you know what your government is actually saying in Busan to improve aid effectiveness, to improve accountability, to improve the harmonization of aid, to improve the democratization of aid, and to ensure that people on the ground will have improved health and education and employment. So first, a debate in your parliament on Busan. And I hope you can report on it so that we can, after all those debates, see what success we can have in Busan. Here you can play a major role. Second, I think it is very important that you organize a main event in Busan, in South Korea, because I think it is important that all of you are represented there and that we have a big parliamentary meeting next to the meeting of the governments so that they can help each other in ensuring that aid effectiveness is improved. And third, and I find that very important, maybe you can come up with an initiative. Maybe a few countries in Africa can sit together and ensure that their own parliaments are accountable not only to their own citizens, but also the governments to their parliaments in ensuring that there is aid effectiveness. Because in the essence, aid has to go through the national budget. That is one of the lessons from Accra and from Paris. Aid can be best delivered when it goes through the national budget. And you parliamentarians, you are key in assessing that budget and improving and approving it. And I would think it would be very important if one of the outcomes of Busan would be that a few countries in Africa get together with a few parliaments, not only in their own countries, but also in the north, to make an agreement that they discuss together the aid programs in their countries. And then maybe later other African and Latin American countries can sign up to them with their parliaments. Then we get a real democratization of aid. And that, ladies and gentlemen, came out of the evidence in Paris when we made a survey and the evaluation. Aid effectiveness is directly related to the role of parliaments. So again, you can play a very vital role, and I would call on you to discuss that in depth. We want to hear you. As co-chairs from Busan, we want to ensure that parliamentarians play a major role as representatives of their people. And if you organize a debate in your own country, if you are organizing a main meeting in Busan as parliamentarians' organizations, and if you prepare for a major outcome, not just language or texts or declarations, we know that they're important, but that's not enough. If you're also willing to engage in an initiative with different countries and different parliaments where others can build on, then I'm sure that the role of parliaments, which are so crucial for aid effectiveness, can be enhanced. I wish you a lot of luck, but also a lot of insight and a lot of intensive discussions in Maputo.